Hi guys, welcome to the Free Skate, and today we are going to cover Cup of Chiiiyieyie. What a disaster that was. I know, creative title, right? Also, something to note, this is very exciting. The Free Skate has started their own podcast. So we are now going to be on Apple Podcasts and all the other platforms that you can listen to us. So we are the Free Skate on that. So you'll be able to access that as well. And you can listen to us in the car on the way to work or on road trips or whatever. And hopefully we bring some extra joy to your day. Instead of just allowing you to watch a video, we're going to let you listen to our wonderful voices as well. So today we are going to do the Cup of China 2023. You know what? I don't feel like we're going to spend a whole ton of time on this event because it was just there. There was a lot of bad skating in this. It left me... I would have rather been eating Chinese food watching a movie than watching Cup of China, because you know what? Chinese food never lets you down, unlike Cup of China. So, you know what? Let's hit ice dance first. I think ice dance, I actually really like ice dance this year. I think ice dance has been very entertaining. Especially I was excited with this event at Cup of China because they had the top Canadian teams. And Canada with ice dance right now is kind of hitting its stride again with Piper and Paul and Marjorie LaJoie and Zachary Laga. I've always said since LaJoie and Laga were coming out of junior, I said watch them. They remind me so much of Scott and Tessa when they were young. They have that fire in them. They have such a great connection. Zach is so he's so into it, and you can really tell when he's bothered, and you can really tell when he doesn't agree with the judges. He's such a Scott Moyer. It's crazy. And I thought they were fantastic in this event. I'm actually a little bit surprised they didn't win the event. It would have been a big upset. But they were leading after the short dance because Piper had a poor twizzle, and that really kind of let her levels down. You know what? Levels also weren't being hit kind of across the board. I feel like, because LaJoie and Laga only lost the free dance by... I don't even know if it was 2 points. It might have been 2 points, if that. And a lot of that was due to the level calls. If they would have had their level 4s across the board, they would have actually beaten Piper and Paul. Piper and Paul had a little bit of trouble with their levels as well, which is why they were so far off their score from their last event. It was still a good score, but they definitely want to get over 210. Especially when they are going to be competing against Maddie and Evan coming up for the Grand Prix final. But you know what? It's so exciting. I think the Grand Prix final for dance is going to be really intense. You're going to have some great teams. First of all, I think you're going to have three Canadian teams. Then you're going to have Maddie and Evan. And I don't know the other two teams. I'd have to look it up, or we're gonna have to wait for the Grand Prix season to finish. But I think there's a lot of close skating this year with ice dance, and I really like the 80s theme. I think it gives so much excitement, and I think people are really liking it this year. I absolutely loved LaJoie and Laga's short dance. Their thriller is awesome. They do it so good. I think they should have actually gotten a higher score. They should have higher scores for PCS. They absolutely nailed it. I guess I'm a little bit biased because I really like Michael Jackson, but I thought they hit it so good. Piper and Paul just have like the most Piper and Paul short dance ever, with like her costume with the fluorescent-y kind of Christmas light looking sort of pants that glimmer off everything that shines at it. Their free dance is really gorgeous too. I thought LaJoie and Laga's free dance is really well done as well. I think maybe Piper and Paul have that polished experience, and also they've been around longer, and unfortunately in ice dance, there's no real technical elements that can be taken away from others when it comes to falls and stuff. Man, you either land the quad or you don't, kind of thing. Well, there's no really leeway in ice dance. So when you're 2, 3, 4 points apart, it actually is quite a bit of a difference. The only thing that I could say that really will set people apart, I believe, is going to be the GOEs. All your tech content is probably going to be close to the same value, so you have to be getting your level 4s, and you really need to be working on your PCS as well, and the grade of execution of all your elements has to be spot on. You want to get that highest possible, because you know what, that could end up the difference between you winning or being off the podium in the end. Let's go to women for a second. Poor Luna. You know what? Luna ended up third. She won a medal, which is great for her. I will say a few things about her. First of all, I absolutely love her. I think she's got phenomenal skating, and she's just so sassy and so powerful, and she gives that attitude that you really want. She didn't really give it in the Cup of China, but I believe she wasn't feeling well. I know I'd read a quote from her after that said that she was feeling ill, and she wasn't eating much all week and stuff like that, and you could really tell. I mean, her free skate was almost non-existent. Like, she was there, but she wasn't there, and you could tell. And I'll say one thing, that program only works if you give 100,000% to that program. That Madonna program is so intense with its choreography and so intense with its music. If you are going to perform that, you have to absolutely give 110,000% on that program. You have to hit that sass, you got to hit the attitude, you got to hit the music, you got to hit the beats, you got to do the facial expressions, you got to give it absolutely everything you got. It is gorgeous, beautiful, perfect when that is done properly. But if you do it half-assed or a mediocre or subpar, or get lazy or sloppy in areas, it completely falls apart. In saying that, I think her PCS scores for the free skate were a little bit high, because I think she was hardly performing that program. She was there in the movements and stuff, but you could tell she was just like, oh my god, when am I getting this over? So anyways, Luna, you're forgiven, because we know you weren't feeling well. So congratulations on still winning a medal. I'm sure it was really hard to skate like that, and you're going to the Grand Prix final, so that is awesome for you. Pairs is just... I don't know. I can't watch pairs this year, you guys. I literally watched the Canadian team, and that was it. And even they were pretty subpar. They missed the lifts. There was some 2-foots on the jumps. There was some wobbly landings. It was just a hot mess altogether in the entire pairs event. They left everything to be desired. And we will leave it at that. But you know what? Maxime Deschamps and Diana Stellato-Dudek are rock stars. Mid-season, it's okay to be in a little bit of a lull, because you don't want to peak before Worlds. I think maybe that's the problem with Cup of China, is it's the mid-season, and you have to find a way to slump and pull yourself back up before Worlds. So hopefully this is it. I'm not really too worried about what's going to happen with them, but just the pairs event most pairs events this whole year, I'm forcing myself to watch. This one I literally couldn't force myself to watch. I had to literally only watch the Canadians, because that's all I really wanted to see. So we're going to get into my hot topic of the day. We're going to call this segment, "And What Were You Watching?" The men. We were watching the men. Well, most of us were watching the men, except for maybe one of the judges. So I have some beef, and shame on you, judge number 4 in the short program. The judge from Kazakhstan, unacceptable. What were you watching? I almost dropped my drink when I saw Adam's score in the short program from judge number 4. Go take a look. Right now, yep, go open it up, open your browser, go take a look at what the judge number 4 put for PCS for Adam Salmtha in the short program. Okay, got it? Are you looking at it? I hope you are, because I'm gonna tell you if you're not. Judge number 4 had Adam's presentation. What do you think? Maybe like low 9s, high 8s? Nope. 6.75. 6.75. That is ridiculous. That was 3rd worst in the entire event. I don't understand. That is the most shocking judging score I think I have literally ever seen. Except for the Colin Shoma Uno's, or non-Colin Shoma's quad flip that he did, which wasn't, it was very under-rotated, and it was called clean, which was really odd, because they're normally really on under-rotations, but anyways. And so he got so Adam got a 6.75 for composition, I believe it was, and a 7.75, I believe, for presentation. Are you kidding me? He is one of, if not the best skater in the world right now. And you are going to give him 6s and 7s? I would love to know what you were smoking before that event. The only excuse that I can figure out that you would give him those types of marks are if you were under the influence. Am I making an assumption? Yeah, sure. I guess so. At this point I am. Wouldn't put it past any of them. Second, I know what it was. See, I think what happened was when they were inputting those marks, I think one of those plushies must have like came down and like smacked them in the face, or like the finger, and like just slipped that button like it's 6, 7. Yeah. That's what happened. Because there was so much space and the height difference between the audience and the ice and the judges and the distance. I mean, they were getting pelted left, right, and center with those plushies, and God knows what else they were throwing onto the ice. So I think that's definitely what happened, because literally nothing else makes sense. Like, actually, it was that shocking. So, I mean, it definitely has to be one of those reasons. I mean, I could have gotten a 6.75 as a PCS mark. Okay, maybe 0.675, but whatever. It's all the same thing. There's nothing else to say about that. If that was a actual serious mark that was not a mistake, then ISU, you need to have a serious conversation with that judge. And maybe they did in the days between the free skate and the short program, because the free skate marks were completely different. You definitely did not get a 6.75 from that judge. I think it was either high 8s, low 9s. So that was definitely more on par with what was given, or what should have been given. Anyways, I don't think there's really anything else to talk about with the Cup of China, because it was an event full of dumpster fire and a few great performances, and I really hope that our next event for the Grand Prix of Espoo is going to do more justice. We have one more event after that, the NHK Trophy, and then the Grand Prix Final. I think the Grand Prix Final is going to be really, really good. It's back in China. I hope the athletes give themselves a little bit more time to come and prepare so that they are ready to go. Should be a great crowd again. And I look forward to covering the next event with you guys. Remember to subscribe to the podcast, the Free Skate, under Apple Podcasts and other platforms. You could search us under the Free Skate, or my name, Ryan Perper, as well. Pur is my last name. but you can also search the Free Skate. Please subscribe, give us reviews, give us feedback. You can also email us at thefreeskate@gmail.com. Also, if there are any skaters that are out there or coaches that are watching this and you would like to be on the podcast, you can email us at thefreeskate@gmail.com or get into contact with us on my Twitter account, which is also at thefreeskate, and Ryan Perper on Facebook. Although that's private, so you might have to send a message and I have to approve it. But I'm also under the Free Skate as a page on Facebook as well. So there's lots of ways to get into contact with me. I look forward to making another video for you guys soon. And until then, good night.